evening. I wish we could spend a little bit more time. We've been in Oklahoma 33 nights this Rotary year. And the only reason we've been in Oklahoma 33 nights is, unfortunately, my brother, I have an older brother, and he had a stroke about 6 or 7 weeks ago, and so we were actually in Argentina at our third New Generations conference when we got the word, and I needed to come home and take care of family business here, because I'm telling Rotarians around the world, no matter where they are, even with me, as much as I love Rotary, family comes first. And we've got some things that we'll have to take care of when we get back home in July. But, 33 nights is not a lot. I think in the 2 years, when you add the 2 years together, we've probably been in our own home about 50 nights. It's going to be interesting to go home and live back in Norman, Oklahoma and see how the real world works. We've seen so many wonderful places. We've had so many tremendous experiences, I just can't even begin to tell you. But there's still no place like home. Dorothy had it right. There's just no place like home. So, we love Oklahoma. We miss our fried catfish. We miss our chicken fried steak. We miss our good barbecue. We miss what we call rot gut Tex-Mex. We had a little bit of that today at lunch, which was wonderful. We don't eat Mexican food in Chicago or in Evanston. And if we do, it's Taco Bell. Because we found out they have the best tacos that we've been able to find. By the same token, I don't eat a lot of Italian food in Oklahoma, so I'm open to ideas other than when we go down to Pete's Place in Craig's. But there's tremendous Italian food in Chicago. Just stuff to really get your teeth into. And we love that a lot. But it's been a tremendous experience, to think about packing up all your clothes, basically, moving to a place where it's colder than you know what. Talking about cold. Did you get the polar vortex here? Well, yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately, I didn't do a very good job with my schedule in January, and we were scheduled to be in Evanston that week. And the high for the day on that Monday when it really hit, this is not the wind chill, this is just the temperature, a minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind chill factor made it a minus 45 as it came off of the lake. And I'm sitting there praying, thanking God for the fact that the heater stayed on, that the pipes didn't freeze, and that I didn't have to go anywhere. So it worked out pretty well. But we're not going to miss that. People say, well, would you consider moving to Chicago? Not a chance. I love Chicago. I love to go watch the Cubs and the White Sox play, and I don't really care which one wins. I don't have a dog in that fight. But it's just fun to go to a big baseball game and be in a big city like that. And it has a lot of things to offer, but it's not home. It's just not where I belong. It was mentioned a minute ago that there is the Oklahoma flag, that actually there's 2 Oklahoma flags at Rotary International Headquarters. One flies outside the building. There are 3 flagpoles there. One in the middle, of course, is the Rotary flag. And you have the United States flag. Then you have the flag of the President, wherever the President's from. Well, since I'm from the United States, they don't have 2 United States flags there. So the Oklahoma flag flies in front of the World Headquarters. It's the one that always catches the wind. It's the one that you can read because it's almost just, out there every day. But then I have a flag in the President's office. It was in the President-elect's office. It actually flew over the Capitol on August the 16th of 2012 that Governor Spellman sent to me. And I showcase that, and I tell people the story because I also have a certificate signed by the Secretary of State and the Governor. And then the Governor wrote me a personal note, which is there as well. And I talk a little bit about Oklahoma. The interesting thing that I had on the office over the fireplace doesn't work, by the way. But we ended up being a speaker in Topeka, Kansas. Some of you in the room may remember a very dear friend of mine, Jerry Farley. Well, Jerry is the president of Washburn University in Topeka. And he called me one day and said, can you do me a favor? And I said, well, Jerry and I started OU together in 1964. That's how long we go back. He says, can you do me a favor? And I said, what do you need? He said, would you be willing to come and speak to the Topeka Rotary Club? I said, well, I certainly, what date do you have in mind? So it doesn't matter. He says, the reason I need you to do that is because the chairman of the Board of Regents for Washburn University, is a Rotarian. And